Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, along with Trace Adams, and this, of course, will be our Friday video report. Well, one thing I say for sure, Trace, we were on the right side of last night's game. I'll tell you what. As general manager of the site, I don't know what everybody's going with until I start getting the emails from the individual handicappers. I was convinced yesterday that after all we heard about LeBron James, it was redemption, blah, 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 everybody was going to be on Miami. But surprisingly, it was pretty much split right down the middle in terms of those on Dallas and those on the Heat last night.
Yeah, I had made up my mind, I think like you did, right after Game 4, that I was going with Dallas regardless, because last home game of the year for them, and I figured they were definitely not going to want to go back to Miami having to win 2 games. Now at least they had themselves a shot here, with one chance to win 2 games, or two, you know what I'm saying, 2 chances to win 1 game, I should say.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. That's the exact same thing I put in part of my analysis last night, that their last home game of the season, they had played so poorly for most of this series. And, I'm a big fan of the law of averages theory. Sooner or later, they're going to shoot well from the field. Sooner or later, Jason Terry's going to have a breakout game. And it all came together for them last night. Although, granted, with about 3 minutes to play, of course, when Miami goes on that 9-0 run, opens up a 4-point lead, I'm going, well, okay, we've got them right where we want them. This is how the Mavericks like to play, from behind, down the stretch. And I'll tell you what, we've been watching basketball for I don't know how many years here, probably 50 years combined, but Dirk Nowitzki has turned into just a monster in this playoff series and this entire postseason. I mean, he's going to have the ball. He's going to control it. He's either going to dish or most likely take the shot. They've got guys draped on him. Nothing stops him in this postseason.
Yeah, just as from a pure fan's point, I love watching the guy play. It's just a beautiful game to watch. He's got it all. He's inside, outside. He can do it all. And boy, they've got a shot now. 2 games in Miami. I don't know that they're going to win the first one here on Sunday, but we'll see. We'll worry about that on Sunday. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's back to baseball tonight, and like I always tell the guys, it's not like when you cash a winning ticket at the Hilton with baseball versus the NBA. They say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't pay you as much because you're betting baseball." And to me, baseball is without a doubt the easiest sport to win, and I've won 9 of the last 13 seasons. I mean, it's so easy because you've got consistency. You've got teams playing 3 or 4 game series back to back, and you can ride teams for 7 or 9 game stretches on the road or at home. It's the patterns that you look for in baseball when it comes to betting, and that's why, to me, it's such an easy sport to win.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, and I feel like I've got sitting on a couple winners for you tonight on Trace Adams Sports, that's for sure.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, I've got a discount money-saving coupon coming up in just a moment. Now, last night you hit the big play with the Mavs, and FYI, I have to give props to Matt Rivers. Last night hit a rare 500,000 star release, biggest play of his career. Now 4-1-1 with those plays so far this season. He was a guy, Anthony Red, who is, A-Red now, 11-2 the past 7 days, like nearly 400 dimes a profit. He had the 9th ever 50-dime play of his career last night in the NBA on the Mavericks as well. So props going out to them because, both of them are ball busters, and they'd never give me a break if I didn't mention that on today's video. So we have to give them at least a little acknowledgement. Before we get going and talking about what you've got for baseball, I wanted to tell people something here unique I know about you since it's been some 25 years that I've known you. Did you not win a Dick Vitale impersonation contest a few years ago in Atlanta?
Yeah, that's true. And actually, my family still enjoys watching the big screen TV that we won from it when they had the Final Four down here in Atlanta. I guess that was 2004, maybe? Maybe 2004, I guess it was.
So come on, give me a little Dickie V here. Bring us out to the game last night.
I knew that was coming up. All right, well, it's not college basketball season, but I know Dick Vitale's a Tampa Bay Rays season ticket holder, and I believe you've got a free pick coming up on the Rays, so let's just say, I'll tell you what, I enjoy going to Tropicana Field. The cowbells ringing. It's beautiful, baby. Sometimes I sit down with my lovely wife, and we watch the game for 9 innings and have a great time.
That is just sickening. That is right dead on. By the way, Vital's one of the few of the people in Tampa that actually go to the Rays games, I'm convinced. If you ever been to Trop Field, you'll know why nobody goes to the damn games down there.
Right.
But, I'll get to my free pick here in a moment. Let me give everybody the discount money-saving coupon in honor of LeBron and the Miami Heat. Your coupon code today is CHOKE10. CHOKE10, CHOKE, and the number 10, no space between the word and the number. CHOKE10 will get you $10 off any single purchase you make today from any handicap, or it's a one-time usage coupon. Once again, it's CHOKE10. You don't have to buy my play or Trace's, but what do you got going tonight?
I have a 1500 star National League Central game of the month going tonight on the Brewers playing host to the Cardinals. And I'm looking for a big old victory tonight between one of those two teams. Big time showdown. Second biggest Major League Baseball play of the season going out tonight between the Cardinals and the Brewers. I also have a 500 star pay after you win release going, run line lock going for you. 5-1 now, my last 6 pay after you win releases. And if you want to take a minute and tell them how the pay after you win release works, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, the pay after you win, guys, when you see that, you have to realize you don't get charged unless the play wins. You go through, you put the play in your shopping cart, the price is indicated there. What is your price on your pay after you win? $19.95?
$17. It only gets charged if you win. Correct.
$17. Okay, so that's the deal. So you use your credit card. Nothing is charged on your credit card. Oh, it checks to see if you have $17 worth of credit available on your credit card, and who doesn't. But nothing is charged until the game is over. So that's the unique thing about pay after you win plays. And only you and Scott Delaney are the only two guys on the site that even offer that type of play. But I think it's an interesting concept, and it's one that you've been doing, I guess, the whole 7 or 8 years that you've been on the site.
Pretty much, and I think it's a fair way for the customers to check out what I can do, what I can't do. You know, if it wins, hey, we charge you. If it loses, we don't charge.
Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained in that regard.
Right.
Well, let me let you go ahead first with your oh, by the way, guys, you don't have to use that money-saving discount coupon CHOKE10 on Trace or myself, but you might want to because you like us. But go ahead. Go to your free pick. Who do you got tonight?
Free pick tonight. I'm taking a look at a pitcher's duel at PNC Park between the Mets and the Pirates. You've got Dylan G and Charlie Morton going to the hill. And, I mean, I don't know if you know about these two guys, but they've been absolutely awesome this year. G is 6-0 for the year with a 3.33 ERA. And then you got Morton, who's 6-2 with a 2.52 ERA. And this is a pitching matchup that happened on May 30th, the last time these teams met at Citi Field. And G got the win there, 7 innings, a 3-run ball, while Morton, he worked 6 innings of 1-run ball in that one. First meeting this season at PNC Park, and last year 2 out of the 3 between the two teams did go under, and I'm looking for this one to go under as well. Pitchers duel, a lot of goose eggs up on the board at PNC tonight.
I know the Mets have certainly been struggling offensively for weeks with all their injuries, and I know, I'll tell you what, Charlie Morton, basically after a disastrous season last year, redid his whole delivery, changed his whole mechanics. He now mimics Philadelphia's Roy Halladay, not a bad guy to mimic, and he has really been lights out this season, and the Pirates have been playing well, but like you said, they're not scoring runs.
No.
It seems like every night 2 runs, 3 runs, so I can see the under, certainly, going that way. For me, I'm going to go back to your Dickie V game, the Tampa Bay Rays. Jeremy Hellickson, what a role this guy has been on. He's won all 3 of his career starts against Baltimore, 0.45 earned run average, not too shabby. 6-1 run with a 1.74 ERA in his last 7 starts, 2 of them coming against Baltimore and 14 scoreless innings in those 2 outings. May 7th, his first career shutout, 4-hitter against them, on May 13th, and also pitched against them on May 7th. Meanwhile, even though the Orioles are on a 9-2 run at home, I just like the way Tampa's playing here. They've snapped out of that 1-4 funk by coming up with a 3-game road sweep of the Angels, which really impressed me. So I'm going to take a shot with Tampa here. This is a Tampa team that's 1-5 at home against Baltimore this season, but 3-0 at Camden Yards. So, what the hell? I'll take a shot with Tampa in this contest. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely can see that happening tonight.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember the old days? By the way, Trace and I used to work back together in Philadelphia. I remember the old days. We used to get done work at about 5:30, hop on I-95 South, run down to Baltimore, Memorial Stadium, buy tickets from our favorite scalper.
Baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, nobody was going to the Orioles games that year back then, so it wasn't hard to find good tickets cheap from a scalper. I think back in those days we were maybe 2 of maybe 11,000 people going to those games.
Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right.
Okay, well, look, Trace, thanks a lot. And by the way, guys, this format here, every couple of days we'll be doing this. I just showed Anthony Red how to do this yesterday. Maybe we'll try giving it a shot with A-Red next week.
You need to get him on. We got to see A-Red get his mug on the screen.
Yes, with the pull down cap, real low, and with the glasses. Yes, and also showed Chris Jordan. And when we do Chris Jordan, I'm going to wear sunglasses in honor of Chris. I think it's only fair because every time I have to go to his page and see that picture with the sunglass look, too much for me. But anyway, take it easy, Trace. And again, remember, guys, Choke 10 in honor of the Miami Heat. Choke 10 is going to be your discount money saving coupon to save $10 today. Trace, good luck tonight, and I'll catch you again another time here on the Video Report.
See you later. Have a great day.
You too.